Right, now we're ready. Think that's looking alright? Yeah. If anybody's in the chat, feel free to put me a note if the audio's not good or anything. I did have a big problem earlier when I was trying to hook it up with a cable. I just mess around with it, and the cable for my microphone was putting a real good buzz back through the whole thing, so I had to sort another cable out, which I've done. So hopefully there's no buzzing. Cheers, Kev. Thanks. #1 fan. Right, let me just get this sorted out, and then we'll get on the go. Right, so yeah, on my birthday last week, I got this little fella. My birthday, the Retroflag Raspberry Pi case, GPI case. That's a Raspberry Pi 00W. As you can see, it's a sweet little Game Boy fella. that you plug in your Raspberry Pi, and it's a Game Boy. A lovely Game Boy case with a Raspberry Pi in it. This fella here, this is my current Raspberry Pi setup, which I'll go through now. It's a Pi Zero, which I'll come back to in a minute. And this has got a case to make it usable for online. Don't know if you can see that. 0U? 04U? That's like an extra board that goes on top that gives it 4 USB ports. Because on the normal one, it's got 2 micro USB. Just there. One for power, one for putting stuff in, which is no good. So it's got like an extra 4 ports and this case, which I've had for a while now. And the reason why it looks so daft is because that is taking a mini HDMI to a regular HDMI. This is doing Wi-Fi and this is doing Bluetooth. Because the Pi Zero hasn't got those built in, the Pi Zero W has got those built in, which is where we kind of get to the story. Because when you set it up, basically you flash the SD card with a version of RetroPie, and then you set it up for SSH stuff, Wi-Fi. And that's how you get your ROMs onto it, to make it easy to do it that way. But because this hasn't got Wi-Fi, I have to use this to connect to the Wi-Fi. Obviously, that's not going to fit inside the case, as we'll get to in a minute. So rather than doing RetroPie from scratch, I downloaded an image. If you give it a Google, people have set up images for this specific case. So it should hopefully, I've already flashed this with the details, should have a ROM in it, should have all the kind of stuff in it. So I should be able to, when I get set up, drop that straight in, it should work straight away. So ideally, I think you'd want a 0W with it, just because you can then access things through SSH and Wi-Fi and that kind of stuff to get your bits and bobs into it. But we got working what we got, which is this first. So I need to take this out, put it into there. So first of all, I'm going to open my beer, because I got me a beer from one of my birthday boxes. So I'm going to crack open a beer. It is a nice looking bit of Kit Kat. I've already opened it to have a look at it. So, and you will see how good it is. So once I get this beer drank, so there we go. But yeah, it's my first actual stream this with the camera and stuff, which I'm using my phone hooked up to my laptop, which is why things are a bit weird. I'll probably do a photo of the setup, but we'll get this open. I also got, might do another time, that bad boy as well, which is, as you can see, a MegaPi case for the Mega Drive, for the Raspberry Pi 3, 2, whatever. But that's like a Mega Drive shaped one, which I might do another day. So do some ASMR drinking. Is that going to be good as well? Give me a thumbs up or a thumb down if that's not good. But anyway, yeah, we might do that another night. Because currently my Raspberry Pi 3 is stuck to the back of my TV, acting as a Plex server. I have got another image with a big 64 gig card with a big arcade image on it I can use for games. So we might try that one time. But we're going to do this one tonight. Get the Game Boy one done first. Big slurps. That's my title of my autobiography, Kev. Big slurps. Right, so let's get this open. Ooh. Alright, so we've got screwdriver, looking at that side. There's that boy, we'll keep him covered up for now. There's the instructions, which are pretty straightforward. Whoop. We've got the cable, which you'll note has got that little fella on the end. So it's going into the side of the Game Boy, like proper old school Game Boy. So, but ordinarily it takes batteries, ordinary AA batteries, 3 of them, not 4. And I think that's the box. So if we get this fella out, ready? Look at this. Oh, check that out. You can see we've got 4 buttons on the front. It's not strictly Game Boy, I understand this, but you know, it's a retro machine. You've got D-pad there, buttons. There's your port on the bottom. I think, what's that one? Yeah, contrast. There's your thing there. Volume. That opens up. I'll do that in a minute. I think that's where you get the SD card in and out. And there's a cartridge at the back, which... Oh, check that out. Hang on. It is pretty good new plastic. You know, it is. Not too pungent. That the cartridge does, like in there. That does have a proper plastic smell. But that's where the Pi Zero is going to go. So you can see once it's kind of fit in there, like, come on, get up, like that isn't going to go in there at all. So that's why I went for the pre-built image. So, and there's that. So the instructions you can see, they're pretty straightforward, even for Phil. So that first bit there about the install safe shutdown script, that's so the button at the top works. You see it's got the regular, even got the little thing there. Can you see that? Even got the little catch that goes over the cartridge. This is pretty good work. So that button works, but because the pre-built image is designed for this case, that should already be on there, so I shouldn't have to do anything like that at all. Okay, so, oh, another thing is that you've got these two buttons on the back. There's your shoulder buttons, which kind of fit nicely. So that opens up for SNES games. Mega Drive, I guess Saturn, but I don't know how far you can push this bad boy when it comes to that kind of stuff. I know Saturn's emulation has got better. For example, on my MacBook, my new MacBook, I run OpenEMU on that, and that's got a pretty good Saturn emulator in it. So I could actually run Saturn games. I could actually play Guardian Heroes in it, which was a big thing. So, oh, that's nice beer. So first of all, we'll get this fella out. Should be pretty easy because it's just got two screws there, and then that comes apart, and then take that out as well. This board is just pushed on top. You can see that. I believe they're referred to as pogo pins. So it's not actually kind of connected on. It might be on those bits on the side. We'll deal with that in a minute. Once that's out, then we should be all good. And I got some screws, which I guess are for attaching the piping in. Right, so hopefully this will fit. Otherwise I need to get a screwdriver. Oh, it fits. This is good. So I think my long-term goal, I might get a Pi Zero W to put in this, but they're out of stock. So I'll still keep this case. Yeah, it's like all the way across one to the other. I remember now. And this is just Perspex. I'll just put that in there to keep it safe. What? Yeah, that's just like Perspex thing. Sort it out, and then those two should just. Oh no. Not sure about this. Anybody see the angle of that? Fine. Not good. I might have to get a little spanner for this. Look at that, it's got little nuts on that side and a screw on that side. So you just jerry rig something so I don't have to get up, take the headphones off. Hopefully the sound's coming through all okay. Certainly, well, it's not coming through my headphones. Ah, there we go, got that one. Fiddly. I think that's actually attached to the one of the boards. Sort that out in a minute. I think that's going to be the theme of this. Is a lot of we'll sort that out in a minute. There we go. That's that one coming out. A bit easier to get that one out. Whoop. Where'd you go? Right, let's get these bits out of the way. Let's organise our workspace a little bit here. All over instructions out of the way. When the you think on the website, Pi Hut, I think is where I saw it on. Even though I got it for my birthday, I think that was the link I sent. It links to a good video with some guy talking through how to build it. So that's got links to the what's it called? Links for the RetroPie and adds the shutdown script and all that kind of stuff. So, like I say, I'm kind of psyched up and all that with my pre-built image. So we'll see how this goes. Right, so my Pi is nearly released from its cage. Oh, I guess they just pop off. There you go. Awesome. I think we lost one. Oh no, we didn't. So let's sit these back together a little bit. All about keeping things tidy, keeping it efficient. That's not the wrong thing, Phil. That's what you want. 2 slurps of beer. It's quite delicate. I mean, I think the thing with the pies is that they're quite hardy. Like they're designed to kind of go and stuff, so there aren't really that kind of moving bits to them. So glad the sound's good because I was worried about the sound. My boy Ethan was asking, I was going to put some music on, put some chill out music while I'm doing it, but I'm thinking I don't want to get struck down straight away. I've got 2 viewers, which is brilliant. I didn't think I was going to get 2, to be honest. Yeah, so there's that board. This is the 4 extra USB ports. That's basically what it is. And a micro USB. Don't know what that was for. But yeah, we don't need that anymore. I can go over there. And there's the Pi 0. So yeah, 2 USBs, HDMI, and that fella. The SD card's going to go into. Right, so that's done. Right, so we can get back into the actual instructions now. Let's move all this over here. Right, so safe shutdown off. So we open the back up. Move these bits out of the way as well so you can see that. There you go. So it has actually got a proper battery port there. And safe shutdown. It is already on off. So that's gonna. There. Anyway, so step 2. Install GPI case patch. Right, step 1, assemble. Is that assemble the screwdriver? Maybe that's why it's so weird. So switch off. Yep, we're off. So I need to open this up. Oh no, I think it's ready. No screws in it, so I guess should be able to pop this open. Take that. I guess this on the Game Boy is where the thingy would go. Your 2-player adapter, 4-player adapter. The buffering. I did have a thing up then saying like my computer was being slow. So hopefully that was it and it's all fine now. Come on, there we go. Right, pop that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, right. Don't insert screws before put to the shell 2. Don't insert screws before put to the shell 2. I think that's advice for all of us to live by. Right, so shell 2. Shell 1. Right, let's lift that up. So that comes out. So that's shell 2 down there. Cool, that's fine. Right, so this then connects to this. So there's your Pi. There's that fella. So that connects into that USB thing there. Pretty simple. Then the Pi 0 goes in like that. Right? Well, no, the other way around. Like that? No. Oh, shell 1. Look at me being adapted. Because as we all know, this is shell 1. Alright, so that just drops onto those pins there. There's your SD card sitting there. And that just goes. Yeah, so I think the idea here is all these pins here, same kind of way on that one, they all sit on these down here. And this is what connects it up to the screen that's already in there. I think that should be fine, like that. Don't insert screws before put the shell 2. So that fella goes back on. Is that way up? That goes like that. Yes, there you go. So that fell out and that's a bit fiddly, but we're sorted now. We're fine now. Right, that goes there. So shell 2 goes on top. Now my screws go in. In fact, this is going to be a tense bit of the job. I'm sweating. Let's use that as a little tray because I'm close. Don't lose any screws. There we go. We're fine. I feel like that's not in the right place at the top. See, it's not quite lined up there. Ah, there we go. So that top bit just needs to click into the tab and then that feels a lot better. So get these fellas in. So this will go through the shell, through the 2 boards. Get it together. Boy, this is going well smoother than I thought it was going to. I've had no crying. I've had no tears, which is the same thing as crying. I've only drank a little bit of beer. The dog's not barked. Nearly dropped that screw. It's fine. It's fine. I handled it. We're fine. That goes in. Yeah, so the case I think was about 60 quid. Which seems like a lot, but it has got an LCD screen in it. And obviously all these electronic key bits and bobs as well. So I think screen's like 30 quid. So maybe 30 odd quid for the case. I mean, that's just me speculating at my arse there. But then I read about a company called Retro 6 who kind of do Game Boys from scratch. And they cost like £200, but they kind of properly rebuild them from scratch. So new fancy amplifiers and all sorts in it. So 60 quid I think is bad at all. Right, so SD cards going in. Let's try that again. Right, that's out. Here's my pre-flashed SD card. That's the wrong way. Pretty sure that's in all the way. Yep. Like that. So then this goes in like that. Oh, if I lost a screw cab, this table will be going everywhere. There will be just pure chaos. Right, so we're done. Step 10. We're pretty much. Apparently that's it. Apparently there's no more rules. Rules, instructions. So I guess we turn that safe thing over to the on. Let's get some batteries in. There it is. And there it is. So let's take off that plastic. That plastic off the screen. Right, who's ready for this? I think we just turn on. I've got instructions on the computer, but I don't really want to use them because I don't want it to break the stream. So I guess we just turn it on the top. We ready? Oh, it's got the little light and everything. This doesn't bode well. Just tried adjusting the contrast. You can see the contrast changing. I can't see nothing on the screen. Oh boy, right. I wonder if it's the SD card not being sat in there right. Like that. It was definitely flashed. I did it yesterday. It's definitely in. It's definitely off. Push that in so it's definitely in. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Just give it a minute or two to see if it's loading up. I think if it did boot, you'd have the like the Pi logo on there by now. You got the. I'm sure you feel like a notch in the middle of the contrast where it was about the right level, but I hasn't got it. Right, the thing I think of was maybe the batteries aren't enough. Where's that battery thing? Right. Maybe my batteries aren't good enough. So let's get out the battery pack. 3 dots charged. Man. You know, I reckon it might be the image isn't good. I reckon that's probably what it is. I can definitely see the screen working there. He's right, I should have gone Duracell. Should have gone Duracell. Gonna have a quick look at the instructions then and to see. Hopefully you've not lost you guys and you're still there. Where is it? What tab is it on? There it is. No. No, that's not it. Retroflag GPI case. Plug into the GPI cartridge, done that. Attach the audio conversion board, have done that. Close cartridge housing, done that. Slide cartridge into place, done that. Install RetroPie, done that technically. Install the GPI case patch. That should be done as part of the image that was done. Insert the SD card. Edge batteries. Ensure safe to set down switch on, which we did. Turn it on. And it should just boot up. And it's not. It's come up there, hasn't it? Well. That seems just about typical, if we're honest with ourselves. The other thing to think of is I should reflash the card with a regular version of what's it called? RetroPie. See if that will sort it out. So I have got one, but it's a Raspberry Pi 3 image. I don't think it will work. But you know what? Let's try. I'm gonna go get it. Right. So this is a 64 gig card, a different kind of, like I say, different thing on it. So let's see if it actually works. So the answer is no. The only thing I can think of is that there's a thing in there about outputting to the, rather than outputting through the HDMI, which it normally does, outputting through the I/O card, which gets through to the screen. So I might have to look into that. So I might take a couple of minutes and just sort that out, and then come back onto the stream. So yeah, that was half an hour well spent with a lovely looking case. It doesn't work yet, but we'll get there. We don't let this kind of stuff defeat us. I'm going to try that sake. Yeah, I'm going to try something else. So I might come back on in like 10 minutes once we get this kind of sorted out. So apologies for disturbing the evening viewing. Thank you for paying attention, Kevin, the other person who I can't tell who it is because I'm still learning Twitch, so I'm not quite sure who's on and who's not. So, but hey, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to switch back to the screen, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, we're back. What I've done, I've re-downloaded the patch things from the case website, and I've reinstalled those files onto the SD card. So, fingers crossed with the updated config files, maybe it'll work. If not, I'll have to go back to doing like a regular RetroPie install, from doing it from scratch rather than using the image, and see if that works. So, let's see. Screen's definitely working, but I can't see nothing coming up. Oh! Holy crap! That doesn't seem right. Wow. Try that again. We're going to get that again. Clearly the screen works. Man, I'm tense now. Oh. What I did last time. Ho-ho! Wow. I don't know if it's meant to be that slow. Oh wow. So this is obviously the people who made the image. Playing it on thick. Wow! That doesn't seem right at all, does it? Illegal instruction. Right. I'm thinking I might need to reflash this card. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So it works. You can see the. Is it gonna work without the? Take that off. Take that off. Wow. So I think I must have messed up a wee bit when I did those files. But hey, it's nearly there. It nearly works. No, nothing works. It is pretty decent size, isn't it? Decent volume. From the old Game Boy speaker there. Contrast, it all works fine. So I think I've messed up, or maybe my Pi's messed up. it has been in the cupboard for a long time. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down, put a regular RetroPie load on there, and then see if that works. Oh, I think it has registered in there. See if I can get it working, stuck in some Game Boy ROMs or something. Darkwing Duck, that'll be good. So yeah. What do we think of that then? Yeah, I'll just get the Game Boy keyboard attachment. I'm sure that'll work in absolute treat. See, I'd quite like to get the disc image working though, because it's got some tunes to it, hasn't it? Right. So I think I might call the stream done. Call it done for now, I think. I'll try and get it working. I'll probably come back. What my plan is to save this video, drop it onto the YouTube channel, have like a proper video on there. So I'll have this bit beginning, and then we'll have like a proper review of it once I've kind of got it working and what we've got it playing. But yeah, that was fun. I mean, that sounds a little bit better. Let's turn it off. I mean, I have turned it off. I mean, the old Game Boy reset doesn't work. Take the battery out. That's an idea. Let me take these batteries out. That's definitely off. Oh, I just got distracted because there's access to a USB port there. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know if you can see that in there. Micro USB. Don't know if that's to load stuff on or don't know. Anyway, let's just try plugging this in direct. See if that's enough to power it on. Maybe the batteries weren't good enough to give it a proper oomph. It took a while last time, didn't it, for the screen to kind of kick itself on, so. I'm missing the tunes now. The tunes were good. Oh, no, there it is. It's still being slow. Can't tell that's quicker than last time, though. This is a good. I mean, when that's working properly, that would be cracking, wouldn't it? To be honest with ourselves, that'd be really good. So I'm thinking issues either with the disk image, maybe didn't flash on there properly, or it's the Pi itself. Yeah, leave them through. Let's just leave that playing for a second, just to sum up the stream. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will try and get this sorted out, and we will maybe something bad in there. Who knows? Who knows? We'll come back soon, hopefully with it working. So again, thank you for turning up. So I know it's only a couple of people, but for my first stream, that was nice. And like I say, maybe in a week or so, we'll do that fella. Do the MegaPie case. Functional power and reset buttons, functional LED power indicator, safe shutdown, safe reset. I think if you flick fingers up and down, that goes back and forth and stuff. So that'd be good. Good case for my Pi to go into. But hopefully we can sort this bad boy out, get it working. So yeah, thanks everybody, and hopefully we'll see you soon, because fingers crossed I'm going to get some more streaming done. I'll do some streaming with the boys and some games and whatnot, so yeah, see you soon. Remember, like and follow the channel. Don't know about subscribing yet, because I don't know how often we're going to be doing this. Follow us on YouTube at Bad Education TV. Me on Twitter at Evil Ninja Phil. But I think both of you probably already know that, so it's fine. Anyways, have a good evening. Enjoy TV, and I'll see you soon.